What's happening, good people? I have my tight, voluptuous Z-Sound shirt, so that means only one thing. We have another wonderful guitar from those people from Z-Sounds. I have affiliate links down below, but I bought this guitar, so I wasn't told I had to say anything. All my opinions are my own. We buy guitars and we actually raffle them off. What we do is during a live stream, any super chat, super thanks goes towards paying off the guitar. Once we pay it off, we raffle it off to somebody in the live stream. So you might want to check it out. But let's get into this thing. Squier Classic Vibe really kind of has been like almost like the benchmark of like the good entry level type guitar, and this is no exception to that whatsoever. Just from sight and feel alone, all the extra accoutrement you get to it. Sometimes you see some of the more affordable ones, you don't have the rhythm circuit and you just have the controls down here below. So we'll do a even further sound demo on this thing, but we're really gonna take this thing, pick it apart. But for anybody that's not really familiar with the Jazzmaster circuit, is you have your three-way toggle here, and it operates, traditionally master volume and a master tone. But up here you have your rhythm circuit. When it's engaged, it only is your neck pickup, and it now goes by the master volume and the master tone on these thumb wheels over here, and completely takes the bridge pickup out of the circuit and everything that's down here below. So you wouldn't be able to do any type of blending like that. Some people don't like the tremolos on here. So that's one of the first things that you see that get usually kind of replaced. But this is actually my first foray into Jazzmaster world. So let's get this thing tuned up. We'll play it real quick, and then we'll get on the bench and do a deep down dive of it. And then we'll close this whole thing out. And you might as well hit that subscribe button so you could check out further videos on this thing until we give this away. All right, got her all tuned up. Intonation out of the box isn't too bad. Needs kind of a minor tweaking anyway, but I usually don't do that until I replace the strings anyway on the guitar, because I would replace them with strings that I would be most likely using all the time. Next up, we'll just check real quickly the geeky stuff, all the dead frets to see if there's any, and also to see if it chokes out if there's any high frets. All right, none of the frets actually were, unseated properly or anything like that. Everything was good. The bends didn't choke out or anything, so that's a good sign. Just give it a tune back up. All right, overall, not too bad. Didn't go out of tune too bad from all those bends and stuff like that. We'll get to the giggle stick in a little bit, but next we'll do the gratuitous knob filling over here. So you notice with the toggle on the switch, it didn't do anything because it totally takes that completely out of the circuit. And here's everything up and the difference between so, pretty cool. Let me go grab the giggle stick real quick. So I'm not sure as far as the tremolos here, or as far as just specifically the Jazzmaster or these particular models. When you go up, I guess they change a little bit, but I hear some people aren't really a fan of these ones, but this is my first time actually using one of these in particular, and I don't actually really use tremolo all that much, except for on a Floyd Rose, which I just started recently doing so, but... I don't know what people are complaining about. I mean, I guess it's because I don't usually use them all that much, but I actually prefer the tremolo on this than I do on a Strat. I think it's between the angle and just maybe just the overall sound to it too. But let's get some quick little sound demos for you on this thing, and then we're gonna get on the bench, get all the specs for you, and then close this thing out because we've been here long enough anyway. Right now, just for this demo purposes, we're just running through the Fender Princeton reverb, and I have a Helix on the floor, which is running direct, and it's using the Brit Plexi patch for all those that are really caring about your tonal sound. So we'll start off in the neck without the rhythm engaged. Go. Don't have to worry about toggling that, but we'll go with the rhythm. So I have to take a look under the hood right here, but notice doing a little sound sample before that the switching between the rhythm and non-rhythm, sometimes it cut out, and it could be just a little gunk in there or something like that, but we'll take it when we do a whole deep down dive on it and take a look inside. Hopefully it's nothing major. If not, we'll be sending it back. So, but now just going to play something really simple through all the positions, because some people ask for what is the same exact thing sound over and over again. I love the tonal variation. I think the issue with the switch possibly might be is that it's not like maybe centered enough, and you have to give it like a little extra push, but it gets seated, but that's definitely not cool. So just do some chord stuff now too. All right, let's get her on the bench, and we'll get you all the measurements and all the whole hocus pocus, and then we'll get you on your way. All right, so if you haven't seen from our previous attempt at this last time, we didn't get the overhead camera. Right now, I believe the overhead camera is working just fine. So it's our maiden voyage of our 2-camera system over here. You'll notice that the visuals over here probably changed a little bit because we're using an iPad now instead of the main camera. So this over here a little bit. Do the nut slot depth first over here. And we're looking at 0.58 millimeters or 0.0235 inches, 0.55 millimeters, 0.022 inches, 0.42 millimeters, or 0.017 inches, 0.44 millimeters, or 0.017 inches, 0.47 millimeters, or 0.019 inches, and then 0.41 millimeters, or 0.0155 inches. Again, you take those measurements for what you want. Some people care about them, some people don't give a crap about them. Next, we'll check the string height. I mean the action. Not that this really matters too much because people like a difference, and you can adjust it if you want out of the box. And we do this strictly in millimeters, and we're looking at 1.75 over on the low E. About a 1.5 on the high E. Now for the pickup height, some people do it different ways. They just do it from measuring from the actual pickup itself, not depressed, which I guess doesn't really matter because a measurement's a measurement, and you're just gonna like it the way it sounds. So if you press down here and take a measurement, it's gonna be the same, but it's not gonna be the same measurement. But if it, for instance, just to explain it of ease, really need glasses myself. But we're about at a 2.40 when it's depressed, and it goes up to about a 4 when it's not. So, if you don't like the sound of it when it's depressed, obviously, and it's 2.40, you want to raise it up. Obviously, you raise it up. So just measure how you like to measure all the time, and it'll get you in the ballpark, and everything can be tweakable. So, but going forward, we're just going to do it without it being depressed, because that would be the accurate sound of, or the accurate height with it open. So we're at a 4 as well. And looks like what is a 3.20 and a 4. So pretty much guaranteed leveled out. So get you the weight too before we strip the strings off this thing. The strings add a whole bunch, but we are at a hefty 8.7 lubs for you. Be careful when you're pulling them off the back too. You don't want to rub them up against the body. Same for when you're replacing the strings. I've seen when people replace strings on bridges like this, they'll actually like take a package of the strings, like one of the packages one of the strings comes in, and put it underneath so you don't scratch the body. It's pretty dang flat enough. Look at that, boom. So when we test these ones, we usually take the end with the ball fret over here, and we've got to make that a little bit smaller so it doesn't hit the other one. Return it, and every evolution where my hand returns back to the one position is one full rotation, and that will be how many full turns it takes to get back to the center is what the gear ratio is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 15 to 1 little rockety rocks. Some people say do it supported, unsupported, and I don't think it really matters too much. You're not putting too much weight. What I prefer to do is actually put it more towards like the center, but you do you, as a famous person once said. So we're just gonna little rock, nothing major. Little rock, little rock, little, no rock there. Little rock, rock, little rock, little rock, little rock, rock, little 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 rock, rock, little rock, a little rock. The next one we do after is we take a feeler gauge. So it looks like a little bit on the 5th fret in the center with the lowest one. So yeah, so maybe we could go with the lowest one, because the only spot right there was the 5th fret. So we'll have to check back and see if there was any rocking at that fret. But there we go. Looks even more beautiful now. All right, before we take the pickguard off and everything like that, we'll do some pickup testings. So everything maxed. Again, these numbers could be immaterial to some of you, or they could be important to some of you. All right, so for the resistance in the neck, we're looking at a 5.8. And in the middle, we're looking at a 5.8. And For our bridge, we're looking at 11.3. And then the rhythm is 6.6. All right, so the inductance of the neck is 3.04. The inductance of the bridge is 7.6. And the inductance of the rhythm is 2.35. The capacitance of the neck is 3.54. And the capacitance of the bridge is 2.03. Capacitance of the rhythm neck is 3.21. All right. All right, so we're gonna go with the beeps. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so the wiring here is kind of a little tricky to get this thing all back in. So it does look like that the only issue is that the switch, the way it's positioned, is that it's not allowing it to go fully back into the neutral position or the bypass position. And for me, personally, on my guitar, I would just wind up routing that out, just filing a little bit so that the position, the switch had a little bit more room so they could return. It does function otherwise, but for that reason, I'll be contacting Zounds because this isn't really my guitar. But those things happen. I mean, to really nitpick an entire brand over something like that is kind of crazy. And I highly suggest that people get into start doing things like that to, you could really save yourself some grief of trying to send a guitar back. Possibly, I'm not saying to do it to nefariously get back some extra dough, but you can get some maybe a discount off of that. There it is, all clean, nice and neat. Obviously no grounding to this, but that kind of completes the circuit when it's grounded here and the strings are going through. So cool. Well, there you have it, folks. Yeah, I'll let you know what Zound says about this whole issue with the switch over here. Again, like I said, if it was my guitar, I would just wind up taking the switch off and just filing a little bit until I can get it working properly. You could tell that it just needs that little extra push. Just probably not like totally positioned right, which happens. So nothing really to really cry about, but because this is not my guitar, I want it to be in perfect working order for you all that possibly win it. So again, let me know in your comments what you feel about these guitars. Definitely a great deal. You've all been a fantastic audience, and as always, stay tuned. Bye.